All right, today we are diving into some of the most intense and powerful imagery you'll ever come across. We're looking at an ancient prophetic text, the Book of Revelation, and we're going to break down four key symbols of judgment. It's really fascinating how they build on each other to tell this incredible story of cosmic consequence.
So we kick things off with this pretty stark warning from the text. And you'll notice right away, this isn't framed as some vague philosophical idea. No, it's direct, it's personal. This sets the stage perfectly. What we're about to explore isn't abstract, it's all about individual choices and where they lead. So the first big symbol we run into is a cup. Now, usually you think of cups for toasts, right? For celebrations, for life-giving water. But here, that idea is totally flipped on its head. This is not a cup of blessing. It's a vessel holding a very personal, very direct form of divine consequence. And just to be super clear, we're not talking about a literal cup of wine here. It's this powerful metaphor for being forced to swallow the direct consequences of your own actions. The source text makes it even more visceral, describing this torment that comes after drinking. It's an image of having to internalize your own punishment. And get this isn't something that happens in private. The text goes out of its way to say that this torment happens in full view of heavenly beings. This public display isn't just about humiliation, it's meant to be a testament, to really underline just how severe and cosmically important this judgment is.
Okay, so let's move on. From that very personal warning, things are about to get, well, a lot bigger. We're zooming out from the individual to a vision that takes in the entire world. The scale is about to change big time.
And wow, the imagery just explodes in scale here. We go from one single cup to a global harvest. But this is no party. An angel shows up with a sharp sickle to gather the vineyard of the earth and throws it all into a massive winepress. Talk about a symbol of immense collective pressure. The source really boils it down with this simple but super powerful analogy. This isn't some gentle sorting process. It is forceful. It's collective. The image of a wine press. It's all about overwhelming pressure and extraction, which just perfectly captures the raw finality of this global judgment. All right, so hold on, because the camera is about to pull way, way back. We're leaving Earth for a minute and heading up to a heavenly realm to see where this judgment is coming from. This shift in perspective is so important. It's meant to show that what's happening on Earth isn't random. It's a deliberate, orchestrated event. Now, you got to pay attention to the number 7 here. It pops up everywhere: 7 angels, 7 plagues, 7 golden bowls. In this kind of ancient writing, that kind of repetition is never, ever an accident. It means completion, totality, the final word. This is the big one. And these aren't just any old containers. The text calls them golden bowls, and they're literally filled with divine anger. Think of them like these concentrated doses of calamity, each one prepackaged, potent, and ready to be unleashed with a very specific and devastating effect on the world. And what's fascinating is how this all goes down. It's not just chaos, right? There's an order to it. A loud voice from a heavenly temple gives the command. According to the text, this isn't some random disaster. It's a methodical, commanded action with very clear steps. All right, so the bowls have been poured. Now we cut back to Earth to see the fallout, the consequences. And this all leads up to the appearance of one final authoritative figure. And the aftermath is, well, it's total upheaval. The source talks about this big city, this symbol of all human civilization and power, and it literally just cracks into 3 pieces. And other cities, they just fall. It's an image of complete societal collapse. And here's where it gets really clever. Check this out. The whole narrative loops right back around to our very first symbol. The great city, which is called Babylon here, is specifically singled out to get its own cup of wrath. This connects the fate of this huge system directly back to that theme of personal consequence we started with. And then, finally, this new figure steps onto the scene to take charge of this transformed world. But his symbol of power? It's not a crown, it's not a scepter, it's a sharp sword coming out of his mouth. This is meant to signify that the ultimate authority here isn't military might, but the absolute power of the spoken command. So you see, this one figure kind of pulls everything together. He is all the symbols we've been talking about, all wrapped into one. The sword is the decisive word. The iron rod is that unyielding rule. And he is the one who treads that final winepress of wrath. all the different threads of this vision come together in him.
So, as we wrap up, it's pretty clear that when you look past the dramatic, intense imagery, these ancient symbols are tapping into something really fundamental. The cup, the wine press, the bowls, the sword, they all point to this deep-seated human desire to see a world where actions truly have ultimate consequences. They really make us ask ourselves, what do we believe justice looks like on a cosmic scale?